Ever wonder what changes are coming to the Driver Certificate of Professional Competence? Well, on the 11th of December, 2023, the Department for Transport, or DFT, gave us some insight. They published their response to the consultation on proposed changes to the Driver Certificate of Professional Competence, also known as the DCPC. Earlier in the year, they ran a consultation to gather views on measures to simplify the process of becoming and remaining a professional driver in the UK. The government's recommendations include introducing a national DCPC or NDCPC, which will cover driving a lorry, bus or coach within the UK. They're also proposing to allow training courses to be completed in blocks of 3.5 hours, as opposed to the current 7-hour requirement. This is intended to offer greater flexibility for those undertaking the training. In addition, they plan to increase the amount of e-learning that can be done to 12 hours. However, it's important to note that these changes will only apply to the NDCPC for driving a lorry, bus or coach strictly within the UK. The plan is to roll out these changes in the summer of 2024. For those wishing to drive a lorry, bus or coach outside of the UK, the existing rules will remain unchanged. That means completing 35 hours of training every 5 years. The government is also considering ways to speed up the process for drivers whose DCPC has expired, allowing them to return to driving a lorry, bus or coach in the UK. One idea is to allow them to take 7 hours of training before returning to the sector and then completing the remaining 28 hours within the first year. This measure would only apply to the NDCPC and is not expected to be introduced until 2025. The consultation also touched on the idea of introducing a periodic test to replace the training. This option requires further consultation, which is set to be launched in 2024. So, to recap, the proposed changes to the DCPC involve the introduction of a national DCPC, allowing for more flexible training times, increasing e-learning hours, and potentially speeding up the process for expired DCPC holders to return to driving. These changes aim to simplify the process of becoming and remaining a professional driver in the UK, while maintaining the current rules for those driving outside the UK. Stay tuned as the government continues to refine these proposals and consult on new ideas. The road to becoming a professional driver in the UK is set to become a smoother journey, but there are still many milestones to pass on the way. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Your support helps us continue to bring you vital updates on changes to the driving industry in the UK. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to Old Town Trucking. By subscribing, you'll stay in the loop about all future updates, ensuring you're always informed and prepared. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button and join our community of professional drivers. Stay tuned for more updates on the UK's driving industry. Until then, safe driving!